All right. Today I'm working on a C5 Corvette, I believe. This is the 97 Corvette. So basically I had to replace the rack and pinion. Now this is not going to show you how to do it. This is going to tell you how I did it and to kind of guide you in that feature, just as so forth. Just to let you know how you can do it without dropping the whole subframe. You could snake it out. Literally took me about, I want to say about 40 minutes to take out the whole rack and pinion. I think it quotes for about 4 hours to do the job. So basically, obviously what we need to do is we need to loosen up the belt. So we have a 15 millimeter tensioner. You are going to point it clockwise and then slide out the belt so you can release all the tension. Or you know what? Never mind. Scratch the belt part. Well, this is up to you if you want to do this. So you can either skip this part, or if not, I disconnected the negative battery cable, which was an 8 millimeter. Took that off. Then coming back over here on the driver's side, I took off the alternator. We have about 1, 2, 3, 4 15 millimeter bolts. Then we had 1 13 millimeter on this power line. You need to disconnect the battery. Then we have our clip. Then it's going to kind of slide right up on out just like that. Now this gave me a lot more easier access to that right there. So this is the steering linkage. So you just literally take off the bolt. I'm going to come right up in here so you can see, and you just literally slide that right back out of the rack and pinion. So you're just going to slide it right out. So you're just going to, so once you unbolt it, you just push it out the way wherever it is. Now, once you disconnect that, do not move the steering wheel, because if you do, then you'll mess up the clock spring inside the steering wheel. Then obviously you have an airbag light. So, and then that bolt that's on that steering linkage is a 13 millimeter. I took it up from up here just because it's a lot more easier, and to take off the 2 lines that go right up here for your high pressure and then your return line, or your feed line and return line, or your feed line, your feed line and your return line, those are both 18 millimeters. I was able to access those from right up here. It made that a lot more easier. I did a stubby 18 millimeter. Where's that bad boy at? Right over here. So with this guy, I did it with this. So obviously it's probably about 6 inches, and then I have a little flex, so that helped out. Once you get it loosened, then so forth. Then on the rack and pinion, you have a couple, I think it's 18 millimeter bolts. So you have a 18 millimeter a bolt that goes right through here, and on the opposite side you're gonna have a nut, and you're gonna need to hold that nut with the 18 millimeter wrench. And so right here, that's where it'll be. So that's one. And then the second one will be right there. Then you have these 2 10 millimeter bolts too. You need to take off those. And then once you take off those, you can pry up your rack and pinion. Now once you pry it, it's gonna hit right up here on the frame of the chassis. But on the driver's side, it's gonna go all the way up. So yeah, so we take off these 2 10s, then we'll basically, this is our feed line, I believe, or our return line, I can't remember. So you're gonna move up these lines out the way. Once you take out both of them, now we're gonna be able to pop off our tie rods. Now our tie rods is an 18 millimeter tie rod. Now, when you take off the bolt right here, you can either leave on the nut on top of the sway bar if you're going to reuse your tie rods. If not, then that's fine. I have a air hammer, so I was able just to hit right here, and then the thing will drop. So if you can hit this area with the hammer, then you're perfectly fine. All right, so next step, what I did was is that I loosened up 1, 2. I didn't take them off. I just loosened them up, just a couple threads on this side for the most part, on the passenger side. And then coming back on the driver's side, I took it a little bit more on the deeper side. Probably took it off a couple more threads. So I was able to pry right here just like that. That gave me enough inches just to sneak out the rack and pinion and so forth. You're gonna just literally slide it right up on out. So this end right here is gonna be like more down right here, and then once you get it right up here, you're just gonna kind of swing like counterclockwise, twist it right out and so forth as you're prying this down. Once you get this little piece right here past that, then I mean the rest is all pretty much cake. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. Same thing, you would pop out this guy right here and so forth. Now I'm gonna go ahead and send in the rack and pinion because nobody has it in stock, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a little easy process, but at least if this was able to help you guys out so you guys can see. Also, I took out this bolt right here and the same thing for right here. I didn't take it out all the way, so this guy right here, I just loosened it up so once I can pry it down and make it a lot more easier. The initial start, when I had to put this pry bar in, I just had to hammer it just a little bit in to break it free from the area. But yeah, so if this video helped you out, give it a thumbs up, comment down below if you have any questions, and hit that subscribe button for more upcoming videos in the future. And thanks for watching.